Hi, collective. Let's get the grandmother's message here and see what is it that the grandmother has to say to you at this time here, guys. Okay, you are appreciated by me so much for just stopping here and choosing me. Always remember the readings here are general that, so you will surely take whatever that resonates with you and your life journey. Never force anything onto yourself. Okay, so for some of you, your own grandmother wants you to know that she is highly protective of your children here. Okay, this is more of a spiritual job that was somewhat assigned to the grandmother. Okay, this is that type of grandmother that I'm picking on. Okay, whoever comes to your children or try to harm them in some way, they will have to face the wrath of this grandmother. Okay, something like that. All right, it can be the grandmother from your maternal, what this water guardian for some of you here. Okay, it can be that. So this is that type of energy that will also alert you if anything could be happening or more of a threat when it comes to your kids, something like that. More like they can't necessarily touch them in that sense, okay? Something like that. Uh, Even if they do attack you, you are more of a, someone who's grown, someone who's literally made more of mistakes energetically, spiritually. So, okay, some of the lessons you do deserve so that you learn from your mistakes. For some of you, this is more like a karma coming back to you because of what you did. Okay, always remember that as an individual, you are not perfect. So, there are people that also you have had along the way. Always remember when you make an omelette, you have got to crack several eggs around the line, somewhere there. Okay, so there are people also that are also crying somewhere about you, mainly because of what you did to them. And this also will return to you. Okay, you are not untouchable mainly because you are human, mainly because you are breathing. So, what you do on your left, you pass it on your right as well. That's the karmic balance here. Okay, so sometimes things happens to you because you deserve them, not because of its witchcraft, not because of someone hates you or something like that. And if this is more like a karma return that you have to release, you will know, guys. Okay, you know yourself, you know exactly your flaws, you know exactly what you have done in your life that was more misaligned. Okay, so if something similar happens to you, you have to know this is a karmic return. Okay, this is not an attack. So there's a huge difference between a karmic return and an attack. So you have to be in that position to be able to differentiate there. 1313, that's the number that I'm also getting here for some of you here. Okay, something like that here. I'm also getting 33, um, 1333, something like that here. Okay, so this has nothing to do with your loved ones. This has nothing to do with your children. Okay, it's like they are highly protected like that. Okay, things can literally happen to you, yes, mainly because there's a lesson somewhere there for you to learn. Maybe because this has everything to do with what you have done. Okay, something like that. But they can't necessarily touch those that are holy, those that don't necessarily have um, a sin when it comes to your dealings or whatever this is. But for the most part, it's more like ke tla o tla bana ka bokgopo ba batswadi or something like that. Okay, something like that. That also does okay or something like that. But for some of you, I'm also getting the energy that your own spirit guides have suffered more when it comes to the little ones or something like that. So this is more like the karma that was somewhat cleared. So there is nothing that can be done when it comes to the little ones here. Okay, they are highly protected like that. It's like when people want to see the wrath of your own spirit guides, let them touch your kids and they will see, they will know. Okay, so more like try and find out type of energy you could be dealing with here at this time. So let's see what is it that this grandmother has to say. Okay, it's like awakening all the dead that comes with your ancestors, your spirit guides, your spirit team as a whole. So they will know. Okay, something like that. So the shaman is saying trust in higher forces. Okay, trust in higher forces. So this grandmother has more. access in different realms here. It's like she can literally assign any guide, any spirit for protection, especially when it comes to your own children here. Something like that for you here with the shaman, because a shaman represents more of your spirit team as a whole here. Okay, these are your bosoms, these are your protectors in spirit. So what is it that the grandmother has to say more? Too many cards. Okay, so this could be your guardian angel. Okay, so she's literally in charge like that. Yeah. Okay, so she wants you to know that you are not alone. Okay, something like that. So let's see. So they can literally allow things to happen to you, but they won't necessarily allow people to take advantage of you for sure. So we're having the Lord here, Aries energy, take charge with authority here. Okay, so you could be an Aries energy or a masculine energy here, something like that. Or this has something to do with your Amakosi energy, or something to do with you taking leadership at this time. Okay, broken arrows. So they tried and find out something like that. It's like they tried and find out here. Okay, so it's like when they realize that your energy is somewhat untouchable, and then they go and be like, no, let's try and see whom can we harm at this time. So broken arrows are saying, embrace the energy of peace. So they couldn't get the rite of passage, something like that. Okay, they couldn't get more of the rite of passage when it comes to your little ones, or something like that. Okay, that's the energy that I'm getting here as far as the grandmother is concerned. So this grandmother, it's more like someone who assigns, okay? She assigns energies for your behest. She more like that gatekeeper type of energy, as in like what comes in, what does not, what goes in, what doesn't. Okay, something like that. So the shaman is saying trust in higher forces here, trust in your angels, guides, and ancestors. If you have given your power away, claim it back. That's what they're saying. There are spiritual allies working in your favor, and their miracles will unfold much more easily when you move into a state of trust. So, call back your power and stop allowing external forces to divert you from your miracle you deserve. Hand over all your concerns to your spiritual allies. When you do so, you allow them to send you intuitive guidance and messages that will allow you to correct this situation and come out on top. The shaman also shows that you have a shamanic potential to move between the realms and connect with the guides in an extremely personal way here, guys. Okay. For some of you, if perhaps this is the power that you have given, claim it back. This gives you the right of passage to do so at this time, because you're having the Lord, more like the emperor at the heart. So you are being guided to take what's yours, take your power back, and own it too. Something like that. Something like that for you, collective. Okay. So the Lord, the emperor, is saying, take charge with authority. Don't be afraid to take charge or use your voice. Be strong. Sometimes you have to take control in order to be honored. If you feel that your kindness or gifts are being taken for granted, it's time to change that. There is no excuse for bad behavior, and the ancestors are encouraging you to hold your ground and speak your mind in a fearless, loving way. You have the energy and might to overcome dramas or energies that aren't working for your growth. And it's time to take charge before you find yourself in a situation you don't want to be in. You are being encouraged to be the boss instead of being bossed. Okay. This can bring more of the energy of ambition and can show that you have the potential to move upwards and on a professional level, but only if you act with authority and show who you really are. Okay. Being kind is good, but you can't always operate in that level. Some people take advantage of this, and moreover, like they pick, or they keep on picking on you like that, taking advantage or disrespecting you in that sense. So this is not that time to tolerate any disrespect of some sort here just for the sake of peace, just for anything like that. It's more like this is that time for you to take that authority, take um, the power that has been given to you with authority here. Okay, something like that. It's more of that energy when someone is being more drama orientated like that. Okay, taking advantage of your kindness or something like that. Okay, everyone has the warrior spirit within them. So, growing spiritually, this means that you can control the energy. This shows growth, not weakness. So, people play more on this, thinking that this is more of a weakness. No, it's not. It's a symbol of growth that you are growing energetically and you are overcoming those energies that are more suppressive, that are more ego driven. Okay, something like that. So this is you understanding um, that these are the very same energies that can literally make you or break you in that sense. Okay, something like that. But that doesn't necessarily mean that you are weak energetically like that, the way that they think. Okay, so if someone disrespects you, don't give them energy, don't give them your time. Okay, something like that. That alone, it's enough. Okay, never give them airtime. End of story. Okay, just let them be, something like that, because they don't necessarily have a right to abuse your authority. Okay, always remember that you are a boss in your own space, your own area, something like that. When you go out, you are no longer that. So if you come in someone else's sphere, you have to respect their way of doing things, their rules and regulations. That's just that. And if you come with a disrespectful energy, either we no longer accept you or you behave. Something like that. So we're having broken arrows here. Let's get the message of the broken arrows here. What the broken arrows have to say for my collective energy. So the broken arrows are saying, let go of the need to defend yourself and prepare to offer peace. You are safe. Okay. So, like, they want you to fight, they want you to be in their energy, they want you to engage in their, hey, whatever. Okay. So, the broken arrows are saying, if you have been exposed to a situation in which you have felt the need to protect yourself or defend what you feel is right, know that this is now becoming to an end. With the arrival of the broken arrows here, you are being guided to know that the energies of light are entering to wash away all the darkness. You can drop your shield of protection. You are now in a situation that will honor you and honor your needs. Arguments are ending and disagreements are being resolved. Prepare to talk things through and offer the peace that you would like to enjoy. In order to move forward in a more fearless way, it's important for you to let go of the idea that you can be hurt by the situation or the people involved, because this will only work against you. Know that your angelic guides and ancestors are standing around you, protecting you and taking you lovingly forward. Okay, so never allow disrespect from anyone. Okay, regardless of their position. You did not put them there. So they have to deal with whatever that they are going through. Content club, okay? And let you be. Something like that here. Okay? Something like that. So this is more like the grandmother's energy. Look what their grandmother did. The grandmother brought the emperor, more of a king's energy. Why? Because there are energies that are somewhat trying to disrespect you, disrespect your sense of that empress energy, that type of, you know, your motherly nature, something like that. That's why she's bringing more of the Lord's energy, the Emperor's energy. Speaking of which, this reminds me of the energy that I've made, more like harnessing the energy of Mars through the full moon's energy, something like that. So it's here. So it is here to protect you and make sure that you take that lead. More like you are so much in your right brain right now. Something like that here. The energy is somewhat being balanced, regardless whether the enemy likes it or not. And they don't necessarily have to write the right to disrespect you. Something like that, my collective, okay? Something like that. So let's see. So speak more. Yeah. And the reason why they are literally trying to disrespect you, taking you here and there energetically, why? They are trying to waver you like that so that your energy becomes what? Scattered. So that's why they need for you to stand like this. They trying to scatter your energy. As in, like, there could be something that you are doing wrong. Why? Because they want to take something away from you. They want to steal and lie between their teeth to take something away from you here. The Seven of Swords. That's why. They want to juggle you energetically. Never, never, never allow such individuals in your life, my collectives here. Okay, something like that. Something like that. So listen to the messages that are coming in at this time here with the pages of cups, okay? Because you are being guided, you are being led here. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Okay? So we're having the Nine of Swords. So they are going through this. Why? Because the arrows have broken. So when the arrows gets broken, where do they go? They don't just get broken and it's over. Okay? No. The case must be dealt with and the case must be closed. So the energy goes back to whoever have sent the energy. So this means they will find themselves in this energy of the Nine of Swords. What they wanted for you, that's what they will experience. So we're hearing the Emperor. Need I say, this is more like and your grandmother is be like, I'm cool, I'm collected, I'm stable like that. So I'm sending what you are giving back to you. Something like that. So she be like, I'm here, sitting, relaxing, counting my pentacles. Something like that. Okay. That's the energy that this grandmother is somewhat giving here. So speak more for the collective piece. Oh la. Something to do with your destiny, my collective, okay? Something to do with your destiny here, your luck, your wheels of fortune, okay? It can be that they see that now the wheel is somewhat spinning in your favor. They don't like it, okay? They don't like it. Why? The minute if you don't like something for someone, what makes you think that you deserve whatever that is? Okay, something to do with your work or whatever that you have mastered here. The Eight of Pentacles speaks more of self-mastery, not just work in the physical form. It can be something that you have mastered spiritually. So now you are a master, you know exactly what is it that you are doing, something like that, and they don't like it for you. Yeah, so you are moving forward with grace here. Cancer energy, like I said, more of a feminine energy that is more connected to water. This is Cancer energy. It could be Cancer. It doesn't have to be here for you. You could be a Sagittarius energy also. I'm also getting more of Sagittarius moon. You could be Sagittarius moon for some of you. Okay, so let's see. One more card for my collective. Yeah, the Knight of Wands. They don't necessarily have a choice but to walk away from the situation here, unless they are ready to face this. The Emperor is somewhat coming in so strong. Okay, this is so amazing. Let me tell you. Yeah, something to do with your Amakosi energy here. So whomever now is protecting you is more of a masculine energy. Okay, yeah. So it's like when your grandmother be like, I can't do the talking anymore. Okay, let actions speaks on my behalf, something like that. Okay, this can be anything connected to your grandmother's husband. Okay, something like that. It gives more of the energy of the yin and the yang. Remember, the reading at the beginning. Okay, is it that? Maybe not. Okay, so whatever it is, it's more like you have matured here. We're having 9 9 coming in for you. Collective here. Okay, so let's get more messages here and see um, more messages for my collective here as far as the grandmother's energy is concerned here. Who's connecting with my collective at this time? Or who is this grandmother connected to more? Okay, so she's literally assigning energies for you. She's taking that boss energy. That boss energy. Need I see? Need I say? So let's see who's protecting you even in spirit moving forward. Spirit, speak please for my collective energy, please, and thank you. So we're having Mahavata Babaji, the soul expansion. Your consciousness is expanding. You understand the connection between all things. This is the Kundalini energy. This is the ability to dance to the cosmic energies or the rhythm of the cosmos. You are in tune. That's why. A balanced energy it gives the chariot. So that's why those type of balanced energy, the yin and the yang, the masculine, the feminine, the light and the dark, the day and the night, etc., the male and the female, so you understand the connection of all things here. That's why. So what you can do now is pray and contemplate. Connect with heaven, ask and you shall receive. Everything that you want will be given to you here. So we're having the divine director at the top saying intervention and purpose. So there's a sense of intervention when it comes to you here. You are highly protected like that, as in like you cannot be touched in that sense. Okay. So the divine director here is saying the divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. You could be dealing with people who somewhat get angry when you are happy. It's like it hurts them. Why? Something like that for you, collective. Something like that. So we're having Mother Mary here. Need I say Mother Mary? So your grandmother is somewhat connected to um, the great mother. Okay, something like that. So Mother Mary saying love and peace. Okay, something like that. And it can be those type of energies that are literally trying to create some type of a separation between you and this feminine. Okay, something like that. And this feminine be like, no, you can't see me because I will confuse you like that. Okay, something like that. I'm also getting the energy of a shapeshifter in a good way. Remember that shape shifting can be good and bad. So these are the energies that can literally make use of shape shifting in a bad manner, as in like to hurt others. And your grandmother can also make use of this shape shifting to confuse the enemy. Because it's more like when the enemy knows, as in like who's your protector, who's your gatekeeper. And your grandmother be like, I am everything. I am all these things. You see, so you can't see me because you are trying to tame me, you are trying to track me down, you cannot. So literally you have to go all the way around, right through all these forces, something like that. So it's more like a mission when it comes to whomever is trying to do this. Okay, that's why they are in this position. Collective. Okay, so I feel like that's your overall energy here, collective. Okay, so I hope it does resonate with some of you. Do give it a thumbs up if it does. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. As I come back, gang from me. Until then, you take care, guys. Bye.